Alright, well, I don't know if you remember correctly, but this guitar used to fit a smaller pickguard that I don't have readily available, but it was a triangular type pickguard that went on here, and this cavity was much smaller here. So what I've done is I used a dremel, and I used a routing bit for a dremel, and I used this plunge router attachment for a dremel. Now, I would probably not recommend this for, someone doing this. For a couple of different reasons. For one, the plunge router didn't get low enough to get all of the material out, so I ended up leaving this little shelf here. And for another thing, it really isn't for this. I mean, it's for like really light duty stuff. This wood, whatever it is, sapele or whatever, mahogany or I don't know what it is. I mean, it's fairly soft. I mean, they call it mahogany. It's definitely not mahogany, but it's fairly soft, and it cut alright, but the application for using the Dremel plunge router for this, I wouldn't recommend it. But it did work. It got out enough area for me. I can now place my pickguard on here. I have some lines on here of where it should go. I can now fit my switch in here, and I should be able to fit my switch and my input jack and my 3 volume and tone pots, as well as fit the everything else. Now on this, I'm going to end up having to remove this piece of this pickguard because it does not fit with the neck. When the neck fits in this pocket, the neck actually comes to about right there, and it's not going to fit, so I'm going to cut this out. This will bolt on each side, the neck will come down in here, and the pickup will fit. It is a tight fit, but I'm going to make it work. I still may need to do some alterations here and there, but I think it'll work. Now this is not a Gibson V body. It's in the style, and it's also, the triangular shape is an actual Gibson production run. I forget from which year, but in that instance they have a route here with the input jack being here in the circular route. This doesn't have that, and it would have probably the triangle. It would have pickup rings, and that's how this guitar is intended to look. But I don't want it to look like that. I want it to have the full pickguard, which is why I routed it, which is why I'm trying to fit this on here, and which is why this won't fit. But I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it, and it'll be good enough for me. It'll look the part, and will it be 100%? No, but it'll be fine for me. Then my next step is I'm just taking some sandpaper and I'm cleaning that up, and then I'm going to have to grain fill this. It definitely needs it. The sides are, definitely needed the preparations. A couple of dings here and there where it got damaged in shipping. There's one right there and some stuff there. So I'm going to get rid of all that with the wood filler. I bought this stuff. Whether or not this is what you should use or what you shouldn't use, I think it'll be fine. It's going to be very, very thin. It's going to work itself into the grain, and then I'm going to sand 90% of it away. It's going to be a very, very thin coat, and it's literally just going to fill the grain, and that's pretty much my next step, is to get this cleaned up enough where I like it, and then to to test fit some stuff. I gotta still drill the holes for the bridge and the tailpiece. The bridge there and the tailpiece there. I'm gonna grain fill it. I'm gonna sand it. I need to do some preparation work to the neck. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just wanted to show you what I did here to get the route in place. I think I did a fairly decent job, considering I've never really done that before. And yeah, so there it is. I had to just kind of take out that small area there. That's exactly the amount I took out. So that's about it. Just thought I'd show you some progress on the V and what I did there. And I'll be moving on to grain filling and then probably gluing the neck in, trying to get it to a point where I can paint it. And I'm going to paint this vintage white. So check back and we'll have some more progress.